Welcome to the real. Not do we, wait. Do we want to say the real report or just real report? I think just real.
Welcome to Real Rapport.
Yeah. Welcome to the real rapport.
You said welcome to the Real Rapport.
Welcome to real. Sorry, give me a second. Welcome to Real Rapport, where we talk about movies, TV, and anything else we want to. Really.
Yeah. I'm Cameron. This is Connor. Let's get real.
All right, so let's go ahead and jump into it. This is our first episode, week of November 23rd, 2025.
Yes, sir.
All right, so let's talk about a couple things that have been on my mind.
Okay.
Just a couple things I've heard about this week that I wanted to bring up with you.
That I don't think I've heard about.
Yeah, you probably haven't heard
any
about
of them.
So first of all, did you see the pictures from the Legend of Zelda?
I saw
movie?
that there was pictures, and I didn't look at them.
Oh, do you want to look at them or no?
Yeah, I'm fine with looking at them. I didn't
okay.
make a point not to. I just briefly saw an article and went, okay, moved on with my day.
Okay.
Just because Legend of Zelda isn't something that's like
it's
super important to me. I guess,
I mean, we didn't have Nintendo stuff growing up.
True. I know that there's some people have some problems with some of the casting, but that's the limit of my knowledge with.
Oh, really?
that.
Wait, what do you mean?
I think maybe I'm misremembering, but I think the casting of Zelda is a trans person, I believe.
Oh, really?
I could be wrong. Maybe I'm spitting false information.
I mean, I did see something that said Legend of Zelda controversy on YouTube, but I didn't really watch it because I mean, there's controversy about it.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
But it could have also just been like before the casting came out and people were making assumptions about stuff. I'm unsure. Okay.
We'll take a look at it here. Maybe I should have come more prepared with my research. I didn't know that they were trans.
I could be wrong. Like maybe I think this was before the casting was officially announced. I think people were speculating.
Oh, okay, gotcha. Well,
so it might not be them.
Here's the photo of two of them right here.
Okay. Our main characters in theory.
Yeah, our two main characters.
I don't know if we know
Zelda.
I don't know if we know what like game it's based off, or if it's gonna be its own thing. But
well,
I don't know if you know.
I mean, I don't know, but what I did some research and what I figured out just about these photos. I guess that I think that Link's costume is from Twilight Princess. I think that's what he wears. That's the costume that Link wears in Twilight Princess. And then Zelda's costume, I think, is from Breath of the Wild. I'm pretty sure. But
so they maybe just want like iconic outfits for each of them.
Yeah. It's like maybe they just wanted to like kind of draw on like what images people like from the.
That's fair.
From the games.
Okay, close up of Zelda.
Yeah.
Interesting. I'm assuming.
Oh yeah, so here's like the Breath of the Wild outfit. It's inspired.
Definitely different, but inspired for sure.
Yeah, and close up of Link right there.
Interesting. Okay.
And then is this? Yeah, Twilight Princess.
Twilight Princess. Is that the one we?
Yeah, that's one we have on the Wii.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Well, I don't know if we can say we played it.
Yeah. I think it's because it's like that muted kind of green. It's like not super vibrant, and it's not very like blue.
Right, which I think he gets in Breath of the Wild or maybe Tears of the Kingdom. I'm not sure. Maybe both. Yeah.
Yeah.
The far away pictures, the further away shot, I have no problems with how Zelda looks. Mm-hmm. Link looks kind of whack, and then you show.
Wait, what do you mean?
I don't know. I think it's the hair looks like a wig in that particular shot to me.
Yeah.
That's the big issue with it. And then, but the close up that they have of him is totally fine. I think it looks really good. I think I don't know. I don't know a lot about these characters, but I think they both have been cast fairly well.
I mean, I understand what you're saying about the wig. I feel like it's kind of similar to like the Hobbits, right, from Lord of the Rings.
I guess. You know me. I'm not one to hate on those movies. I think the issue here is the lighting makes a very stark contrast between the blonde in his hair and the like brown or darker blonde in his hair.
It is very bright on his head.
Yeah. I think that's just. I think I look at the under part of the wig and I see it as his own hair, even though when you look at the other photo, it's clearly just like the color's changing in his hair. Maybe it's not even a wig. Maybe it's just his hair.
Yeah, I feel like it's probably a wig, but I mean, I guess.
Yeah,
I guess we don't know for sure.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Okay.
Wait, what is this? Link's hat is missing, or is it? Oh, interesting.
Okay. Yeah.
Maybe he's got to find his hat. Maybe that's
the whole plot.
Yeah.
I'm a little confused by the image of them being together. Again, I don't know a lot about those characters, but I kind of had an understanding that they were kind of had like Mario and Peach vibes where they don't actually spend a whole lot of time together. And it's not necessarily one of them saving the other. Yeah. But they're kind of separated throughout the games, and maybe I'm wrong.
That's kind of what I thought too. I mean, I've only played a little bit of a couple of the games too. Yeah. So, I mean, I'm not a huge. Neither of us are huge Zelda fans. Yeah. But that's cool. Mean, we like Link. I guess, or Link's like in Smash or whatever.
Yeah. Oh, I don't like Link in Smash. It makes me mad.
But I mean, I'm excited for it. I guess.
Yeah. Maybe it'll be the thing that like actually gets me to want to play some of the games.
Yeah, I mean, I've always wanted to play the games. I just haven't taken the time. Or like, if I have the choice to do something with my free time,
it's not Legend of Zelda necessarily. I guess. Yeah, that's totally fair.
But I've always thought they're interesting. One of the things that I thought was particularly interesting, like overall in regards to this, was the idea of like this big budget like movie about this. It's like obviously Nintendo owns the property. Feels like there's a lot of video game movies that have been like pretty successful recently, right? Like Super Mario Brothers.
Super Mario, which just got another got a trailer for the second movie.
Yeah,
that just happened.
Yeah, Sonic, that's been pretty successful.
Yeah, has a show or two now, I think.
Yeah. Or like especially in TV, like Fallout has been pretty successful.
Fallout was pretty successful. Last of Us
as well. Yeah.
I don't know if like I thought I heard that people didn't like the second season as much, but that might just be because you lose a loved character.
Yeah.
I don't want to be throwing out spoilers.
That's fine. But have you seen any of those movies or TV shows?
I've seen none of the Sonic movies. I've seen Minecraft. Okay. I've seen Super Mario Brothers.
Oh, Minecraft, We haven't seen Fallout or Last of Us.
I haven't seen Fallout or Last of Us, and that's Fallout. I don't know. It doesn't really call me as a game or a show. But Last of Us, I want to play the games before I watch the show. But from what you can tell about what I said earlier, I clearly know some spoilers.
Yeah.
So I'm not like hiding from that. I just want to experience the games before I experience the show. So I'm pretty in the dark as far as films and TV shows go for games, I guess.
Gotcha. Well, I just feel like that they're like kind of on the rise, which is probably a good sign for this movie. But maybe it's like do you think that video games are like kind of the next kind of like wave of? And this has been talked about before by people online. It's like the next like popular genre, like blockbuster type of genre that people are going to be fans of. Or
I think it's possible. I think it all depends on like a movie to movie basis. Like I remember when I was younger, we had like the Assassin's Creed movie. And then there was the, I think, World of Warcraft movie. Maybe it was a different one. And those both did not do well. Yeah. And I know nothing about World of Warcraft, but as far as the Assassin's Creed movie goes, it didn't feel like the games. I think that's part of the reason people didn't like it as much. And then I felt that from the two that I've seen, Super Mario didn't take itself too seriously, but still like understood that it's coming from a game and used those game elements in the story. And the Minecraft movie was also very clearly like they get sucked into the game basically, even though they don't. It's not like a Jumanji situation.
Well,
you know what I mean? So, but this one doesn't seem like it's acknowledged. I don't know if it's going to acknowledge that as a game in any way like that. Which I guess all the other things that I haven't seen kind of do that. Okay. So I'm not sure. I think it's totally possible for them to be on the rise. I think choosing the right property and then just executing. As same with everything. Executing well is important.
Yeah. Interesting. I don't know either. I feel like it just seems like there's been a lot more video game movies that have done well recently. I guess.
That's true. I think also I'm curious to see how much live action they keep it, I guess. Like Minecraft movie obviously has to heavily rely on some CGI. Super Mario was entirely animated. But then there's like The Last of Us and Fallout, which are pretty heavily live action and what's it called? Like physical effects, not digital effects.
Practical?
Practical effects, thank you. So it'll be interesting to see what route they take with Zelda.
Interesting, yeah.
I'm just curious, I guess.
Yeah. I'm excited to see it. I think that there's a big audience base there.
For sure.
This is kind of something that I was going to talk about a little bit later. And this is probably something you can find online at this point already. But the biggest opening weekend for a movie this year has been Minecraft so far.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, and Mario made $1 billion.
Wow.
So
okay. That's impressive.
Yeah, but the only reason I was going to bring it up later is because Wicked opens this weekend. I feel like that might open more than a Minecraft movie. I mean, they probably already have the numbers in, but my guess is it's going to make more than Minecraft made opening weekend. But
do you know what the numbers of the like Wicked Part 1 or whatever it's called versus the Minecraft movie?
I don't remember.
Because
I think Minecraft movie was somewhere around 150 or 160 million opening, and I think the projections for Wicked were between like 160 and 190 million.
Okay.
This is domestic, just domestic.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think from my understanding and where I am in pop culture, Wicked definitely doesn't appeal to me as much as Minecraft. And so from my perspective, the Minecraft movie had a much bigger audience, but I know a lot of people didn't go see it because there was debate on whether it was a good movie or not when it came out.
Yeah.
So I think, like, to me, it doesn't make sense that Wicked would do better than Minecraft movie, but I understand that the first one did phenomenal, and it has the base just from the first movie, and then Wizard of Oz, and then the play itself, the Broadway show.
Well, I think the people didn't really care that whether the Minecraft movie was good or not, because it was the whole chicken jockey thing. Where it was like it was just like a meme, and all the young people went. Like, it reached a group of people that wouldn't normally go to the movies, which I think is like what Wicked is also doing, because it's like like you make a lot of money these days when your film is like an event now. Right. Like every movie doesn't make a ton of money anymore, like they used to before COVID.
Right.
Or like all the blockbusters don't. It's like it has to be an event, like No Way Home, or like Deadpool and Wolverine, or Avatar.
Yeah.
But and then I think Wicked is like an event for like a lot of like musical theater audiences, right? It's like
that's true.
We have to go see it. Like what happens next, or I know a lot of like I've heard anecdotally like a lot of mother daughters like wanting to go together. It's like a mother daughter.
It's like a bonding kind of experience. Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah.
I mean, Grace and I went to the first Wicked. We saw Running Man yesterday, and it was crazy. There were so many people at the theater.
Really?
Yeah. I
went and saw Running Man
last week,
I think. Yeah, and I felt like my theater was relatively empty, maybe 40% full, maybe not even.
Yeah, I mean, we had about that too, but I just mean like the theater, like the parking lot was crazy, like the concessions were crazy. I don't mean like our specific.
Got you.
I mean, our theater was pretty packed, but it was.
Yeah. No, I went and saw. I don't remember what the movie was now, but I went and saw a movie on my own, like 2 or 3 weeks ago, maybe a little longer than that, and it was a later showing, so I didn't expect that many people to be there, but it was fairly crowded. It was nice to see, I guess. I love the theater.
I mean, I don't know if you heard this, but October, or maybe I mentioned this to you, but October was the lowest like grossing month at the box office. If you don't count 2020 with COVID, it was the lowest grossing month at the box office since like 1998, maybe, I think, or 97. So like the least amount of tickets, or at least, well, I mean, the price of a ticket has changed. So, but just the box office was lowest. Not even adjusting for inflation. If you adjust for inflation, I'm sure it's even further back. But
do you think that's just because of the drop from like all your summer blockbusters to your Christmas movies?
I mean, yeah. I mean, there's typically maybe a little bit of a lag for theater for like big movies at that time of year. I mean, the only big movie in October was like Tron.
Yeah.
I mean, they used to have what was Mortal Kombat in October, and then they pushed it back maybe.
Yeah. Mortal Kombat did get pushed. Did Predator not come out in October? It came out early November?
Yeah, Predator came out like 2 weeks ago now. So like November. So.
Wow. I guess that makes sense. It didn't have any big names.
Yeah.
Real quick though, you brought up Avatar. You just dropped it and made me think, do you think there's any chance that also beats out the Minecraft movie?
I don't know. I mean, Avatar is a weird one because you don't really hear people like getting excited for it. Like there's not like buzz online like, oh, like I'm so excited for Avatar. Like, and the movies aren't known for like having. Like the movies are known for how good they look, right? They're not known for like telling like unique or spectacular stories, or like, I mean, it's not like the stories are bad or anything, but it's just like it's kind of like a basic blockbuster story that you've kind of seen before, right?
Yeah, the visual effects are what captures people, is what you're saying.
Yeah, which maybe that's why people go and see it, but I guess with when you saw the first Avatar, it was like, oh my gosh, like look at this like visual like masterpiece in 2009. It's like never seen anything like this before. And then was last year The Way of Water or 2 years ago?
2 years ago. I think 2023.
Okay, yeah. So and then when Way of Water comes out, it's like, okay, well, the story is not bad or great. It's decent. I know you love those movies. So it's just
I definitely have a higher opinion.
It's just my opinion. But the visuals, again, it's like it's not just something we've seen before because it's now in the like all the water stuff. It's like, how do they do that? It's like this is crazy that they were able to do all this stuff and make it look like that. And so I think that's like another layer. And it's like the insane visual effects is what's drawing people in my opinion. Not the fact that they're actually fans of that like world and those characters for the most part.
That makes sense.
So it really depends on like how interested are people still in seeing that type of having that type of experience in the theater. Which I mean, it's the theater's built for like a visual experience, but is it like going to be? Is it going to be crazy? Is it going to be like is the fire aspect kind of like?
That's fair. I guess there's also a little bit of trolling isn't the right word, but people dunking on it being a fire-based film now because it's just like, oh, we're just doing what Avatar: The Last Airbender did. Like it's just a different font. Like it's the same thing as what people were saying. So I wonder if that kind of outlook on it will also make it do maybe like slightly worse.
Water,
yeah.
Maybe. Exactly. I mean, I don't know. I think it'll still make a lot of money, but I just don't know if it'll make as much money as the previous two. So I guess the long way to answer your question is that I think it'll make a lot of money. Maybe it'll give Wicked a run for its money, but I think Wicked, as of this weekend, will probably be the highest of the year. Yeah,
that makes sense. Yeah. I understand those points. Yeah.
All right, can we circle back to Zelda for a second?
Sorry.
There was a couple other things that I wanted to say, which was the director. His name is Wes Ball.
Okay. I don't think I've ever heard of him.
Yeah, it's a funny name, kind of Wes.
Wes?
Yeah.
Like Wes Anderson?
Yeah. I
know about him.
Wes is a fine name.
Yeah.
But it's just like Wes Ball.
It's not super common for us, I guess.
Yeah. He said that what he's going for here is he wants to create a live action Miyazaki film.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
That's what he said he's kind of going for. I don't know exactly what he means by that, but and then just for some extra context, the only thing that I really know him from is that he directed all 3 Maze Runner movies.
Okay. I think I've only ever seen the first Maze Runner movie, so I'm a little out of my... Oh, no. I saw some of the second one.
I definitely saw all of them in theaters, but I do not remember any of them aside from the first one.
Okay, yeah. I remember the first one very well. I think... Wow. I mean, that's a very different story from what I understand from the Zelda games. So, like... I guess... Okay. When someone brings up Miyazaki films, we're talking like Studio Ghibli Miyazaki, right?
I'm assuming so, yeah.
The only other Miyazaki I know of is the person who makes Dark Souls games.
Well, I think it is Hayao Miyazaki, but I don't know why he didn't just say like Studio Ghibli films.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe...
I mean, the name drop is probably
just like attributing it to... He's like, this is one of my role models maybe or something, So.
Yeah. I think my perception of the Legend of Zelda games... doesn't correlate with the feelings I have when I think about Miyazaki films.
Okay.
I think maybe they do. The Miyazaki films always have some kind of like grandness to them, even the like kind of darker ones, I guess. Like even like Girl of the Fireflies or what's it called? Porco Rosso?
I just found out about that one the other day. I didn't realize that was a thing.
Yeah. Like they're not the happiest or like most fantastical of films, but they always feel super ethereal at times and
like otherworldly.
Yeah, like otherworldly, which I guess this is. I think I can't comprehend a live action Miyazaki film. So maybe he'll do it and that'll be fantastic, but I don't think I can wrap my head around that.
Yeah, well, I mean, I feel like the general, again, I don't know, we don't know the story really of Zelda that well, but it feels like classic adventure, like story with plot and stuff, which sounds exciting. But I don't really think that I think of like Studio Ghibli films as like, you know, a classic story of a hero going on an adventure, right? It's very, it's kind of alternative.
I think lots of them are relatively mundane things with a fantastical twist to them.
Sure, yeah.
If that makes sense.
Yeah, definitely, yeah.
Like the one that I think you and I know the best is My Neighbor Totoro, right? Which is really just about these two girls coming to terms with a new place they're living, their mom being sick.
Yeah.
And the fantastical element is Totoro and all the guys that come along with him. And those elements help the girls adapt to their changing surroundings.
Yeah.
But you could write the story without the fantastical elements and still have the same plot. You would have to replace them with a different character, I'm sure. But you still have the same general
it would also be like less interesting thematically and like plot wise, right?
Less interesting, doesn't elicit the same reactions, I don't think. Also doesn't give the vibes of a Miyazaki film at all to me if you just like slap a random character in there, like an aunt or something. I don't know. But like my point is those films generally are stuff that people can relate to with that extra element that is obviously otherworldly, which Zelda to me is entirely its own thing, entirely otherworldly, entirely adventurous.
Yeah, I see what you're saying.
And so I'm curious to see what the story will be and to see if that will line up what I understand Miyazaki films to be, I guess.
Yeah, I have no idea what he means by that, but I guess we'll find out.
It could just be like, you know, him, like you said, paying tribute. It could just be now someone has their quote for the news article, and now we're talking about Zelda. It could just be that. Yeah. But I don't want to like make assumptions of what he means.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. I mean, speaking of like the adventure aspect of the film, they're actually shooting this in New Zealand.
Good choice.
Which is also where they shot Predator Badlands.
Oh, I do remember you dropping that when we were talking about it.
Yeah. So, I mean, we know some awesome films have been made in New Zealand.
Yeah. A good track record.
Some maybe not so, not as great films as well, but but it's a great. I mean, I was just thinking to myself the other day, like, why aren't more movies made in New Zealand? Because it's such a like amazing like outdoor spot to shoot maybe like anything that's like adventurous, or
it also has a pretty good variety of places to film. Definitely, if that makes sense.
Terrain very dynamic,
and obviously there's so much space that like you can film in a grasslands and you won't be filming the same place that they filmed Lord of the Rings, for example.
Yeah.
But I wonder if there's a bit of hesitation since people know New Zealand to be the place mostly for Lord of the Rings. And so if people know that or recognize that watching the movie, it takes them out a little bit.
Maybe.
I didn't feel that way at all with Predator Badlands.
I mean, I didn't know until after.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't know. So that didn't affect it. And I don't think it'll affect me going into this.
Yeah. But when you're watching Predator Badlands, aren't you like, oh my gosh, like this is an awesome place that they're shooting this. Like, this looks amazing, right? I mean, obviously, it's a lot of it is CGI, but you can tell it's like in a real spot. It's in a real place, you know? Yeah.
I mean, there were definitely moments where I was watching. I was like, this is an insane other planet, which it is, right? Yeah. It's not Earth.
Yeah.
And you're right. Some of that is CGI for sure. But it's definitely, it adds to the like fantastical factor.
Yeah.
100%. So that bodes well for this.
Yeah. And it feels real too. Like, well, we were talking about Avatar, which is awesome. Like Avatar, like the planet just looks great. But there's also like, there's not that level of like reality and grit that like shooting something like Predator on location has.
Yeah. Absolutely true.
I mean, there's pros and cons, but I'm just like kind of throwing that comparison out
Yeah,
there, I guess,
yeah.
you know?
I think that just is a different, like there's two different mediums, right?
Yeah.
And you and I briefly talked about it. I like the idea of the like on location thing a little better.
Mm-hmm.
But I have a lot of respect for actors who can act on a green screen.
Yeah.
That's incredible.
Yeah. I mean, not to say that, you know, a lot of movies mix both of those aspects in there
100%.
together, but I think it's exciting that this movie is being shot in New Zealand because I think it's going to look amazing.
100%. Yeah. I mean, even just this one photo they have with this massive landscape gets you a good idea of what they're working with.
For sure. That's cool. All right, let's jump into the cast of Zelda. So, I don't know a ton about Bo Bragason, the actress playing Zelda, but this Benjamin Evan Ainsworth guy, it looks like he was the voice of Pinocchio in Disney's live action version from a few years ago. I never saw it. It was a direct to Disney Plus release.
Yeah.
And I've heard, I mean, I haven't seen it, but the general consensus seems to be that it's one of, if not the worst live action adaptation that Disney has made. So, not that says anything about his acting ability, but it's just interesting that that's the biggest project that he's been involved with, I guess. I don't know if you have any thoughts on that.
I haven't seen it either. I don't know that I've seen any live action remake from Disney. You
haven't seen any of them?
Not that I can think of. The only live action remake I can think that I've seen is How to Train Your Dragon, which is not a Disney film.
Wow.
I mean, I haven't seen Stitch, didn't see Pinocchio. Moana's coming out. I don't plan on watching that. They've done more, and I can't think of any. Lion King.
You haven't seen Aladdin? You haven't seen the Aladdin live action?
Nope.
Cinderella from 2016 or something around
I saw the Beauty and the Beast one.
Oh, with Emma Watson, you saw that?
Yeah, I saw that one. I didn't know there was a Cinderella one. Over my head. Yeah. No, I guess Beauty and the Beast is the only one I've seen, which I thought was pretty good.
Lion King? You didn't see Lion King?
Didn't see Lion King. I have also made it a point to my best not to support.
I have done my best to avoid those as well. I did see Lion King. I saw Aladdin. That wasn't that bad in my opinion.
I didn't see Aladdin.
I've seen Cinderella. I haven't seen the Beauty and the Beast one.
Okay. I thought it was okay. I'm not a huge Beauty and the Beast fan to begin with.
Yeah.
But it wasn't like a terrible movie by any means, I don't think.
Yeah.
But as far as that goes, as far as this one being generally agreed on as the worst, I don't think that can be put too much on, what's his name? Benjamin
Evan Ainsworth.
Yeah. Benjamin Evan Ainsworth.
Yeah, no, he's just an actor. He's a kid who was cast in the movie.
Yeah, he's voicing the main role. So
I'm assuming that wasn't the feedback, is that this kid is terrible.
Yeah. Yeah, I think.
Let's see, where's the reception?
I mean, he's probably desperate to prove himself. Maybe not desperate. He's probably looking to prove himself as an actor. If this is a thing that he's known for, that people generally think isn't that great, whether or not they think his performance was good or not, he probably wants to be part of something that is good. That is fantastic. All actors do. Everyone does, right? Wants to be part of something that's known.
Definitely. Yeah. I mean, I don't think that the feedback was that he did a bad job. So that's cool. But it's interesting that you bring up live action Disney remakes, because that's also something I wanted to talk about, actually.
Moana or them as a whole?
Yeah, the Moana trailer. Did you watch the Moana teaser?
No, I saw the still image of The Rock jumping into the water.
Oh, okay.
You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
And I didn't watch the trailer because I didn't know there was a trailer. I just saw the image and thought that was it.
Do you want to watch it real quick?
Yeah, all right, I'm okay to watch that. I thought it was similar to...
well, it's just really a teaser, but...
Okay. I don't understand why this movie is getting a live-action remake.
Mm-hmm.
The first one came out
10 years ago.
Oh, longer than I thought.
Okay, but still, I was
6.
15. I was 15, right? That's like not that long ago.
That's insane. And there's a second one which came out relatively recently that I didn't even know about. That's on me.
I mean, somehow that movie made $1 billion without me even realizing that it was like
I don't even think
popular.
I saw a trailer. I saw images before it came out, and then I've been waiting on it.
Yeah.
Honestly, I don't know. It feels. I don't think remakes are all that important as films go, and I think doing them this close is unnecessary.
Yeah.
I suppose. I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm down to watch the trailer though.
Okay, let's watch it.
Yeah. Oh.
Wow.
Oh boy.
Oh wait, this is an AI. Is this the real trailer? That looks AI.
That
There's
has
no
to
way
be.
that's
That
it.
has to be.
This is 104,000 views though.
Yeah.
Okay, this is the real one. Holy crap. All right.
Yeah, I was like, that's crazy. That's so bad.
That was definitely
It got
AI.
me.
Yeah.
Wow.
I am a girl who loves my island.
Okay, so different songs after that.
And the girl who loves the sea.
Please turn memory.
It calls me.
Oh.
Okay.
Maybe that's how far I'll go.
Maybe. I don't remember it well. That's the image I saw.
Oh, okay.
Maybe I just don't remember that specific song that well.
I think I've seen the original Moana maybe twice.
I've probably equivalent, maybe once more, once less.
Yeah.
Do
you have any initial thoughts?
I mean, we don't have much to go on, right?
Yeah.
Visually, looks good. Looks a little better than I expected. We didn't get a good look at The Rock as not as Moana, as Maui.
Yeah.
So see how that looks.
Yeah, definitely.
They kind of showed us one of his transformation scenes, which I was a little hesitant about, and it seemed fine, but also like they kind of rushed it. Like they're not trying to show it. Just in like I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah. I mean, no, I agree. It looks good, but I mean, it is pretty heavy with the CGI.
Yeah.
I guess. I mean, which is to be expected, but it's like there's a level I think where you're like, okay, well, you're remaking an animated film into live action. Like, let's be more live action. Than this. I don't know. Maybe I'm being too harsh on it, but I don't know.
I think that like when I think about the Lion King live action remake, I laugh at that.
Oh,
because
I get triggered. Yeah.
Where's live action?
What are we doing?
Where's live action?
What are we doing? Yeah.
Is the live action in the room with us right now?
Yeah.
So I do think that there is some room for CGI. There has to be, especially for that specific film. But I do think I would like to see a little bit more practical effects or something.
Yeah.
I mean, there maybe was more than I realized in that trailer.
But doesn't doesn't look like a real chicken? He looks like it looks like the cartoon.
Yeah.
Right? Like,
which some people probably love. Like lots of people are probably gonna love it. Looks exactly like Hey. To me, it's funny for a little gimmick, but then I'm like, oh, I don't know.
Yeah.
The only really other note I have on it is that I don't know her name, but the actress for Moana has a fantastic voice.
Yeah, no, she sounded good.
Yeah, she sounded great.
Yeah.
They definitely showed a lot of from my memory, the most visually stunning scenes from the animated as their live action counterpart in this trailer, which is, it's a teaser. They're trying to rope you in, right? They're doing their job. And so there's a lot to be seen. I'm a little hesitant about the acting. Mm-hmm. As far as actors go, I think Dwayne Johnson people have different varying opinions on him. And I understand why he's cast here. But I don't know that I expect fantastic performances across this movie.
Sure.
If that makes sense.
I mean, The Rock is The Rock. But maybe he's not anymore. He did the Smashing Machine. I don't know.
True. He did do that.
I mean, so this is kind of a similar topic here, but I guess there was a little bit of a mini controversy around this movie. Mm-hmm. They potentially wanted to do an AI deep fake of The Rock for some scenes of his face, and like to put it on like a body double who was being Maui, like the way like Ryan Reynolds' face is on that guy in Free Guy.
Yeah.
I think it was similar to that, but instead of it being actually The Rock's face, they were going to use an AI deep fake, but they decided not to because of there's a bunch of different stuff going on with AI in Hollywood right now.
Yeah.
But I just think it's interesting. Like, why wouldn't you just use The Rock's face?
I don't understand what the angle is on that. I don't know. I also think that it's interesting to take The Rock, who is generally regarded as a very
huge guy.
He's a big muscular person, and you want to use a body double for a big muscular person.
Yeah,
and I don't know. I guess Maui.
He's very lean. The Rock is very lean, and Maui's not that lean.
Yeah,
but
they're both big, obviously muscular people with different body types. So maybe, but at that point, cast someone else is my point of view on that.
Yeah. Or like, well, I mean, like you look at Christian Bale. Like Rock, just do a little bit of a body transformation.
Yeah.
You don't have to go crazy, and then do some like practical like makeup and like prosthetics or whatever.
Yeah. Yeah, I do think Christian Bale is probably a little bit of an unfair comparison.
Yeah.
That man is a witch, I believe.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think there's other options than an AI deepfake on a body double.
Yeah.
I don't know why that was ever addressed. Probably for money reasons.
Yeah.
Let's be honest.
Yeah.
That's very odd.
Yeah, it's weird. Did you have something else you wanted to say about the trailer?
I mean, I know we said that like visually looks good.
Yeah.
And I'm a sucker for anything involving water. I just, as a person, like water.
As an Avatar Way of Water fan?
As a Way of Water fan. Every scene that involved water, whether it was like the ocean moving or just like when someone put their hand in the water or the boats going across it, all looked fantastic. Like even more spectacular than the rest of it looked, I guess. So I'm not trying to hype it up too much because like I said, I'm trying to actively not hype these up too much. Put too much...
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fair. The director of this movie, his name is Thomas Kail.
Okay.
The only thing that I know him from is that he directed the Hamilton like filming of the stage musical.
Interesting. So we can trust him as far as filming for musical is what I'm hearing.
Yeah. But
I guess this is.
He's known for like doing filming musicals. He's done a couple of those, I think. So it's interesting.
It's different.
Yeah.
100%. That's odd. My consumption of Hamilton has been some of the songs. Yeah. I don't even think I've heard all of them. Yeah. So I know nothing about the film that was made of it. I don't know if that's the right way to phrase that. But I do think it's cool to me to see people, whether it's actors, directors, writers, working outside of what they normally do. So interesting for sure.
Yeah, it's
but for
cool.
something like this, which I think people are probably already a little hesitant about, feels risky for Disney. If that makes sense.
Yeah, I guess it's that balance of like, I think risk is good though sometimes, right? Like risk. Yeah. Like playing it safe can sometimes lead to complacency or like things that are maybe just like not as cool. I don't know. If
That's
that
true.
Makes sense.
That's true.
But yeah, I mean,
taking risks is important.
It is, yeah. But I see I mean, I don't know. We'll see. I guess we'll see. It's that whole thing there.
As far as his perspective, this is a logical step if he's trying to work his way into movies.
Sure, but it might be like, well, you could have gone with the director of any of the other live action movies, and
that's true. That's true.
I don't know. I guess we'll see.
Yeah.
Speaking of the live action remakes, I was thinking about it.
Another one?
No.
Oh, okay.
I was thinking about it, and I'm like, why are we making these live action remakes? Obviously, it's like an easy way to make a lot of money, and it's not like they're completely creatively bankrupt, but it's like it's so lazy, right? And there's so many other stories that could be being told, right? But then I got to thinking, I was like, is there any value in doing a live action remake? And I think that there is some value if you pick the right stories, right? Or if you pick movies that like what movies could benefit from a live action remake? And I think, and there are two movies that came to my mind. Do you know what those two movies, specifically for Disney?
Disney?
Yeah.
Okay, let me start with this. And you know this. This is for you guys. I probably like 80% of the time will take animation in whatever form it comes in over a live action film or TV show. I just think there's so much more you can do with that because there's like limits to the human body and even like there's limits to how much CGI you're doing before you might as well make an animated film. So I'm leaning heavy animation. They're both Disney. I can't think of any.
Okay. So,
and the thing is, the problem right now is the ones that are coming to mind to me, the anime movies that are coming to mind are ones that I would not want to be touched. Like Treasure Planet, which I know I told you I was watching a video about that earlier today, so that's on my mind. Brother Bear came to mind. Tangled came to mind. Ratatouille came to mind. But I don't really want a live action for it. I don't see how they could benefit from it. So I'm interested to see what the two you came up with are.
So one of them is Treasure Planet.
Interesting.
And here's my reasoning. Here's what I'm thinking. So Treasure Planet was not very successful when it was released. It was kind of set up to failure, like we kind of talked about, right?
Yeah.
I think that there's an untapped, people don't know, not enough people today know the story of Treasure Planet. It's like, it's Treasure Island, whatever. It's Treasure Island in space. That's what it is, right?
Yeah.
But it's it's very compelling. It's a great movie, but people haven't seen it. It's it would be a way to get people to see that movie. Maybe not as many people would see it because that's the appeal of the live action remakes is they take their most popular movies and it makes them a ton of money or whatever. This would make less money. But I think it also lends itself to live action. It's like an action adventure, right? That's the type of movie that it is.
Yeah. I suppose it also isn't like something like The Lion King. Lion King is the most dramatic example where it's relatively grounded. You have a lot of aliens, people who don't look like humans. Characters don't look like humans, I guess is the way to do it. And then the stunning visuals of space. But you could probably do a lot of the characters with practical effects if you decided to. And since the release of that movie, we've seen space done time and time again. So we know that we can make it. So I could see it. I don't think that visuals would be the problem with that. And as you know, the reason I went and saw How to Train Your Dragon is because I just love the animated stuff. I had to see the live action. So they'll rope me in if they do that. 100%. And I will go into it with a lot of hesitancy. I also think that part of the allure of Treasure Planet, which you could probably have guessed by me naming Brother Bear as well, is that specific style of animation. It's just so nostalgic to me, I guess, because that was a movie I felt that, I don't know if you watched it with me a lot as a kid, but I definitely watched it a lot as a child. And so that's part of the reason I would go and watch it, and the exact same reason that I'm scared of that as an idea.
I think it's what I'm thinking is that you would actually get something out of watching the live action in this scenario that you wouldn't get out of watching the animation. Maybe it's similar to kind of How to Train Your Dragon. I didn't see the live action one, but it's the idea of seeing it happening. There's something about seeing a real person do those things or experience those things.
Yeah.
That is a different experience. You got, like you said, you can do fantastical things with animation, but I think we have the technology where we can combine Star Wars with Pirates of the Caribbean, basically.
That's true.
That's what it is.
That's true.
And you can make it very, do you think you would like Pirates of the Caribbean better if it was animated?
Probably not. And like I said, 80% of the time, 8 out of 10 times.
Yeah.
Probably not.
Yeah.
And I think maybe I would if you keep our actors as our voice actors and you don't change that. But that's a thing that changes a lot between when you do a live action remake or when you animate something that was already live action, which I can't think of anything, but I'm sure there is that. I guess Clone Wars is what comes to mind.
Sure.
But that's not a retelling. It's a different story, right?
Yeah, it's a different story. Yeah. The casting, you mean.
Yeah. And so I think if you were to try and animate Pirates of the Caribbean, for me, you'd have to have all the same cast because simply some of those voices, right, are just iconic. You can't do without them. But I don't think I'd like it as much. I don't think I'd like it as much if it was animated.
Yeah.
But that might be because it's such a stunning visual film, especially for its time.
Well, I'm thinking is there a certain level of well, this is the original version, and so I have a bias towards that because this is what I know and love.
100%.
So maybe the animation versus live action doesn't well, it does matter, but maybe it doesn't matter as much as like what we are used to and what we enjoy, and like there's a certain fondness for what already exists, and we don't like the idea of
that's true.
Replacing
it's like the normal, I guess.
Yeah,
we like that. That's definitely part of it. Is something's already been done. I don't think it needs to be redone. That's the feeling I have as a whole. Like, I don't want to get too off topic, but the Harry Potter is getting a show or whatever.
Yeah.
We already did Harry Potter. We're done. And so there's definitely that factor for it for me, but I just don't need it to be redone in general.
Mm-hmm.
But like I
think I just feel like it didn't get its due. Like it didn't get its due, and this is like maybe a way that you at least wouldn't lose anything, and maybe you could gain something.
Yeah, definitely. I could see a benefit in them doing that movie, but I'm not going to call for it.
Okay, fair enough.
That's all I'll say
on
that one.
The other movie that I have is Atlantis.
So same kind of thing.
Same thing, yeah. It didn't get its due. It was very underwhelming as far as like popularity and box office. It's a very well done film, and I like it a lot.
Yeah.
I mean, it's kind of the same plot as Avatar, to be honest. But
I was gonna say it's similar to I can't think of the name of the film now. In my brain, either Brendan Fraser or The Rock was in it, which I know are two very different.
Journey to the Center of the Earth.
That's not what I'm thinking of. Yes.
No. Okay. I mean, they dig. Maybe
it is. Maybe that is what I'm thinking of. I don't know.
Okay.
The point I was making is I think that there already is a similar live action equivalent, but I guess the movie I'm thinking of lacks the details of the people.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? The movie I'm thinking of is like the society is gone. You know what I mean? The Atlantis doesn't exist as a people.
Oh. Okay.
Which I can't pinpoint the movie now, so I don't know. I'm just talking silly.
It's not the one where The Rock is with Josh Hutcherson and Vanessa Hudgens.
You know what I'm talking about? Vanessa Hudgens is the girl from
High School Musical.
Yeah,
and her dad is the Luis.
Is that what I'm thinking of?
Is that the one?
That might be what I'm thinking
with
of.
The Peck Pops of Love.
Yeah, that's exactly what I'm thinking of. Okay. That's exactly what I'm thinking of.
I feel like Atlantis is a better movie than that.
100%. Yeah. 100%. Wow. Now that you brought that up as a movie I was thinking of, which it absolutely is, I feel terrible comparing the two.
What even is it? Is it Journey to the Mysterious Island?
Yeah, a different journey movie.
Yeah,
a different journey movie.
Was that yeah, okay.
I think I'm a little more on board for a live action Atlantis than I am for a live action Treasure Planet.
Okay.
Which part of that is probably because I hold Treasure Planet a little closer to my heart than I do Atlantis, although Atlantis is also a fantastic movie. I think there is benefit to be had with certain live action remakes. But I don't like that what's been happening is we're taking the popular movies and just doing it because we know people will go and watch it.
Yeah.
I mean?
Yeah, I think studios have always been about making money, but like there's a certain like lack of earnestness, in my opinion, recently in a lot of blockbusters where it's like, let's just do the easiest, cheapest thing to make the most amount of money. Where it's like if you look at like Lord of the Rings or like even before that, a lot of blockbusters, it was like, the filmmakers were very genuinely trying to make a great story or a piece of art, you know?
Yeah, that's fair. Also, just this very briefly crossed my mind at this moment. I think, like you were saying, there's definitely like a fondness for the original, but maybe I should be a little less harsh on remakes of things, given the fact that some of the things I love the most aren't originated in film. Some of the films I love the most don't originate in film. Like Lord of the Rings, obviously, has its books.
Well, I think the remake is different than an adaptation.
Okay, that's fair, but where do you draw the line? Like just because it's not another novel, it's not a remake?
Well, I think it's a different medium, right? So I
suppose. But then live action to animated, different medium. right? Or animated live action. Like, I just want to know what the line is.
I think,
and maybe it's up to everyone's individual taste.
Wouldn't you say that, like, okay, so an animated and a live action film, like movie, like there's still films.
Yes.
And there are differences, yeah, certainly. But I think that the difference between literature and a movie is, the degree to which that is different is much greater than the difference between animation and film.
That's totally fair. That's totally
I don't know if you can quantify that or if there's like a certain line to be drawn, but
it's probably different for every person.
Yeah.
It was just something that crossed my mind at this very moment. I've never thought about that before.
Yeah.
It was basically me telling myself, maybe I should give live actions a little bit of slack.
Sure.
Or remakes a little bit of slack.
Don't do it. Yeah. Well, speaking of, adaptations, remakes, let's talk about an adaptation. I don't know if you've heard of this movie yet, but it's called Project Hail Mary. Have you heard of it?
Yeah, that's the new one with Ryan Gosling.
Yeah. It's an adaptation of a book by Andy Weir.
Okay.
And he also wrote The Martian. So
I did know that.
Just for some context there. Okay. There was a new trailer released for that. Have you seen the trailer for that?
I saw the first trailer and that was it.
You want to check that out?
Sure, let's check it out. All right. Here's what I will say. That first trailer, I think...
You have seen the first trailer.
I have seen the first trailer. And that first trailer is something that I'm not the biggest fan that's been happy with trailers recently. It showed me more than I wanted to see. I guess maybe I want the teaser. Maybe I don't want the trailer. Maybe I just want teasers.
Okay.
I don't know. I think we could have stopped the first trailer 30 seconds to 50 seconds before it ended, and it would have been just as good of a trailer.
Yeah, well, I think trailers, I think we've talked about this before, but trailers these days, I think they tend to show more than I would prefer them to show, which is just fine. Which, I think there's, it almost makes me not want to watch trailers before movies come out. If I know how to watch them already. If I don't know I want to watch it, then maybe
need something.
Yeah, it's like something like
to provoke you. Yeah.
Do I want to watch this or not?
Right.
But I really don't know why it is. I don't know why that is an issue. Maybe people don't think it's an issue, but I feel like when I talk to people, they're like, yeah, I just saw the whole movie in that trailer, right?
Yeah, I don't talk to a lot of people about this, but the people I have talked to, I guess, share the opinion that I have, which is trailers could be a little shorter or show a little less, and it would be just as good of a trailer, maybe even better.
Yeah. What I will say before we watch this, just for some extra context here. So, the first trailer for Project Hail Mary, 4 months ago, I guess, it actually was the most viewed trailer for Amazon MGM Studios. So for this studio in particular.
Okay.
The most viewed trailer in its first week for a movie that it was not a sequel or a remake.
Okay.
So there's a lot of qualifiers there. There's a lot of qualifiers there. 400 million views in 1 week.
Okay.
Which is that's sorry. Maybe that number is wrong. Because this says it only has 22 million views.
But is it across platforms or something?
Maybe it's across platforms. Let's look at Wikipedia real quick.
Let's find out.
But I just think that's interesting. It's the most views for Amazon MGM for a film that's not a sequel or a remake.
What do I know this company for, if anything?
400 million global views over social media sites. Okay. Gotcha.
So is that a little skewed now with the number of social media sites there are, though? You know what I mean?
Sure, but I don't think Amazon MGM is that old. Like Amazon, or I don't know if they're when that goes back to. Like, does that go back to when Amazon merged with MGM, or is that Amazon in its entire lifetime, MGM in its entire lifetime? Let's see where they got the statistics from. Okay, wait, actually. Okay, so maybe it's not quantified by the studio. So it's the most views in 1 week for a trailer of an original movie, regardless of the studio, I guess.
Interesting.
So like the amount of social media channels probably does play a factor into that. But still speaks to, you know, maybe it speaks to a desire for originality. Maybe just speaks to the popularity of like Ryan Gosling and sci-fi, or
and they also had Harry Styles song in there. That doesn't hurt.
Oh, did it? Okay,
yeah.
Gotcha.
I'm pretty sure it's Harry Styles. I could be spitting lies.
It's okay.
I mean, other than the trailer being a little long, I thought that first minute and a half, maybe 2 minutes of the trailer really hooked me. Like, I am interested in this film, and I know there are some people who are done with seeing Ryan Gosling in films for a little while, at least done with seeing him playing the sad boy character.
Okay, such as?
I mean...
The Fall Guy?
Fall Guy, some people say that's what he was in Barbie, which I disagree. Blade Runner... Drive, yeah, thank you.
The Notebook?
I guess I probably wouldn't put Notebook. I probably wouldn't throw Notebook in there.
I feel like this is like very generalizing his characters, to be honest.
That's true. That's fair. Like I said, this is not my opinion. This is people I've talked to. But I'm excited for this film.
All right.
Like, I will be watching this film in theaters.
Yeah, me too.
100%.
You check it out?
Yeah.
Is that me?
You want to see a photo of myself?
I need you to come with us. The sun is dying.
Whatever you call the effect for
molecular biology.
whatever you call the effect for what they're doing to this song,
Yeah.
I love it in trailers.
Oh,
I love it.
They do that.
It's great. You sorry.
I feel like I saw one for like Rocket Man recently or something. I don't remember what movie it was, but
the Michael Jackson movie didn't do that, did it?
No,
just because you said biopic. That's why I thought.
I ride a bike to work, and it's not for exercise.
If we do nothing, everything on this planet will go extinct, including us.
Machine. I'm Grace. I'm gonna call you Rocky. So, I met an alien. He's a genius engineer. And if I can't understand what he's saying, he puts on a little puppet show for me and my tiny brain. And you know what? I don't mind it. This planet's dying too. We're here for the same reason. Grace, Rocky, save stars. Am I expendable? It's almost like you don't care if I die. Well, you have to talk about it?
The consensus here is that it would be preferable if you did not die.
Thanks, guys.
You're a great scientist, Dr. Grace. And a great human being. The world is counting on you.
Now or never. Call a fist bump, by the way. Fist my bum. No, it's fist bump. It's not the same.
Okay.
Funnier than I expected it to be. I'll say that for sure.
I mean, I hadn't watched this before, though.
Okay, you hadn't seen it before? I thought maybe you had.
No. Put a smile on my face, though, for sure.
For sure.
Yeah. I mean, The Martian is pretty funny. Like
That's true.
The Martian, that's part of the charm of The Martian, right? It's like he's got this like very amicable personality, this like very endearing personality in this dire situation, which I think is like part of the charm of the book. I don't know if you've read the book.
I haven't read the book. No.
It's like he's got a good sense of humor in this like life or death situation, which I think that combination is what makes The Martian so interesting and like fun to watch and read, which looks like this maybe has that too.
Same kind of vibe to it. Yeah, for sure. I don't think this trailer, maybe I missed something, gave us any more information about the movie other than we saw what the alien looks like. Yeah. Which I'm okay with. I think I had enough information to want to go see this movie already. And I think I talked to you about this after the first trailer. Maybe we spend way more time with the alien in this film than I assume we do. But after the first trailer, my thought was, I wish they hadn't shown us that he meets an alien. But now that I know he's going to meet an alien, I thought it was cool to see interactions with it, see the whole alien. Because I think before we like saw it covered in darkness and saw its hand or tentacle or leg or whatever. So it's definitely cool to see that now that I know it's going to be in it. It's like not a spoiler or anything. I don't know.
Well, I feel like, I mean, I don't remember the first trailer that well. Did it tell us really what the plot was in the first trailer?
I do think we knew the sun was dying and he's sent on a mission to fix that. Okay. And I don't know if it's fix the sun, find another planet.
Yeah, we don't know how that...
This trailer made it seem like fix the sun. Yeah. Which I don't know what they're going to do.
Yeah, no, but I think it's interesting that it reveals to us that he and the alien are working maybe together.
Yeah.
And they have the same goal.
I think there's so much in sci-fi where human interacts with alien and things go south. And so I think that's kind of what I expected here. That's what I expected to be the like tipping point of like, it was already rough for him and now it's even worse. And it seems like it's going to go the other way. Like he's having a hard time and now maybe we'll tilt back the other way for him.
It's like, I think what we're saying is right. Like when I first saw the trailer for the first trailer. Yeah. And the alien's kind of in the dark, they're knocking on the glass. Like it gave the vibes of like that Brad Pitt movie with Ad Astra maybe. Maybe that's not one with an alien. Oh no, maybe it's the one that has like Ryan Reynolds. It's like a horror movie and there's like that like little glob alien or whatever.
Oh, I think it was Flubber.
No.
Glob alien.
It has Ryan Reynolds in it. No, okay.
I don't know if I've seen this movie.
Well, anyways, I thought it gave like horror vibes a little bit at the beginning there.
It was definitely ominous when we first see him in the first trailer, 100%.
Yeah. But
it seems to obviously not be that. Yeah. Unless they're willing to a false sense of security.
No, I think it's like Martian vibes, which I think is
makes sense given the same
which I think is cool. Writer. Definitely cool. Let's see, it was pretty recent. Maybe it wasn't Ryan Reynolds. Life.
Oh.
That's the one I was thinking.
Is it a glob? I don't think the alien's a glob.
He is. It's soil samples with extraterrestrial life, a multi-celled organism that they named Calvin.
Is this the one that has Jake Gyllenhaal and?
Yeah.
Okay, I didn't watch this movie, but I do know what you mean now. It did. Seeing Rocky or whatever they will end up calling the alien in Hail Mary interact with Ryan Reynolds in the first trailer. Not Ryan Reynolds, Ryan Gosling in the first trailer definitely gave horror thriller vibes. Maybe is a better word. I'm not sure.
At least before they got into the meat of the trailer, I think. Like initially, that was my thought.
Yeah. And in this trailer, it seems to very clearly tell us that's not the case.
Yeah, or maybe they made it clear that wasn't the case in the first trailer, but I remember my initial impressions when you first see that knocking scene being like that.
Yeah, I thought it was gonna go bad.
But it's nice to see positive interaction with an alien.
Yeah,
it seems like a feel good movie that's also an adventure, which I feel like you don't get a ton of those. These days.
It seems like humanity in a dire situation, but it will still be, like you said, entertaining, feel good, overall happy. I hope. Yeah, So that's really cool, and I think the appeal of a original story is definitely helping with my draw to this film.
Yeah, I mean, it is an adaptation, but it's not like
Original film, I guess.
yeah, it's not like just preying on a huge base audience that he knows what.
Yeah,
it seems like a genuine. I don't know. I like Andy Weir's stories, so I also have read a book of his. What was it called? Artemis. It was basically about this woman who lived on a colony on the moon, and
space. He loves space.
He does love space. Yeah. But what makes him interesting is that he writes these compelling characters, but he also does the research and knows like the actual science, or at least the theoretical science, to back up a lot of the technology that he's writing about.
That's interesting.
And convey that.
I think I don't know about Artemis.
I like that story. I mean, it was a good story.
But like as far as The Martian versus Hail Mary, the like biggest difference in like major plot elements is the addition of an alien, which adds like a fantastical element to it. Is there going to be some use of this maybe not so real science? Like whatever the alien can add to the equation to help them achieve their goals, to just add to the film. I think it's just an interesting thing to think about, with my only comparison being The Martian. Yeah. Which is fairly like grounded, I guess, is my best term for it.
Yeah. The screenwriter is the same screenwriter for The Martian, I think, Drew Goddard. Directors, Lord and Miller are the directors of this movie.
I think I know who that is, not by their names.
Oh, okay. You know Lord and Miller.
Okay.
They are responsible for the Lego movie. Into the Spider-Verse.
It did throw the Spider-Verse
21, 22 Jump Street.
Okay, yeah.
They've done a lot of stuff. I mean,
so they can definitely.
Well, let me say something that they didn't direct Into the Spider-Verse. They just are the producers, maybe writers as well. I don't remember.
Okay, interesting.
They haven't directed a movie in 12 years. The last movie they directed 2 movies in 2014: the Lego Movie and 22 Jump Street. So that was the last time they directed. But they produced a lot of stuff since then.
That's wild. Okay, wow. This feels like they didn't work on The Martian?
I don't believe so.
This feels like an interesting one for them to jump back into, you know?
Yeah, I mean, I think they do a really good job with humor, though, right?
For sure, they will bring
a chance of meatballs.
Okay, they will bring the like necessary lightheartedness to, I think, help the audience get through what seems like a very dark plot. Like it's, you know.
They were fired from Solo, I believe. They were directors, and then
interesting.
They parted ways with Disney on that one.
Okay.
Produced Mitchells and the Machines. Produced Cocaine Bear, The Spider-Verse.
Okay.
All the Lego movies as well.
Okay.
So, you know, I like their stuff for the most part.
Yeah, no, 100%. I'm with you there. I think you telling me that they did the Lego movie added to my excitement for this. Specifically Lego movie, I think just because it's such a unique story and film.
Yeah, they can make heartwarming stuff for sure.
Yeah. So I'm now even further excited for this movie.
Nice. Let's see. I think that was probably all I had to say about that project. Anything else you wanted to say about that one?
Not really. Not anything about that project. I see what you did there.
Cool.
It's Project Hail Mary.
Okay. One more trailer that we can watch if you'd like to.
Yeah. Well, let me hear what it is first.
Yeah. Well, I mean, if you don't want to, that's fine. But it's Hunger Games: The Sunrise on the Reaping, which is about
Haymitch story.
Yeah, Haymitch's Hunger Games.
I haven't watched anything. I haven't read anything. I've seen some memes. And that's about it.
Okay.
I'm down to watch it. Yeah,
right,
for sure.
Let's check it out real quick.
Yeah, I'm not a huge Hunger Games fan. I haven't seen the other prequel.
Yeah, I haven't either. The one about President Snow when he was younger.
Yeah, but I do know that we should probably take our mom to this.
True. This guy kind of looks like Aaron Taylor Johnson. Not gonna lie. This guy.
Young Hamish? Or I see Young Hamish?
What the?
Welcome, Panem, to the glorious reaping of District 12. Twice the number of tributes. twice the glory. It's time for the second quarter quell. Let the 50th Hunger Games begin!
I think these games are going to be different.
Okay.
Hmm.
Maybe I'm just in a really good mood right now. I'm not normally like the biggest Hunger Games fan,
Yeah.
but I am pretty excited for that. That does look interesting.
Yeah.
There's a couple of things right off the bat. One, the difference between this one and any other Hunger Games is we know Haymitch wins, right?
Correct.
Like in all the other ones, you hope and you assume that your protagonist is going to succeed.
Yeah.
But we literally know the outcome of this.
Mm-hmm.
And so it plays with us because it shows us looking at Haymitch, looking at a kid who I assume is someone from District 12.
Yeah.
Is sent to the Reaping with him. That looks like he has a personal connection with, and we know the kid's not going to make it.
Yeah. Everyone's going
to die,
Yeah.
right?
That's the.
Go ahead. Sorry,
I don't mean to interrupt you.
I don't want to move on.
That's one of
the.
I don't know if this is what you would call an issue, but that's one of the things with prequels. Sometimes it's just like, you know that the protagonist is going to live. Like, does that maybe remove some of the stakes for you going into the movie, or like, or especially with this one because you know that everyone else is going to die too.
True.
So it's like, does that remove some of the stakes going in there?
And it's not even just he's going to live and everyone's going to die. You know the exact path this character's life takes after this point too.
Yeah.
So we're going to this with this knowing he's going to live, knowing everyone else is going to die, and probably with the assumption that he's somewhat of he's not rebellious to the point like Katniss was, right?
Yeah.
But some kind of rebelliousness in him because of the steps we see him take in the Hunger Games trilogy, right?
And you have to keep the audience like thinking that he's a good person too, right? You can't have him going around like chopping all the other kids' heads off and stuff. So
yeah. I think it does remove a little bit of the stakes.
Mm-hmm.
But I think it's all about how you present it.
Mm.
I think
we know the end result, but the way that we get there could be very what's the right word? It could be
something like shocking,
compelling. It could be compelling. It could be compelling.
Okay, yeah. I think also we know he survives, yes, but that doesn't necessarily mean we know the ending of the movie, I suppose, right? Like it's very unlikely that we'll watch him be the last person alive, whether that means he kills someone else or we don't know. And then the movie will end, right?
Mm-hmm.
More than likely, we'll see him return to District 12 or maybe to the Capitol, something like that. So there's definitely holes to be filled, 100%. I think a bigger issue with like prequels to me is something I think Star Wars has trouble with, which is once you've written a world and then you go back in time, you have to make sure that all of your events back in time will lead up to what you've already established.
Yeah, you don't want to pull an X-Men or whatever.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Which I think you can do in this world pretty easily simply by having Haymitch win, right? So all the events that take place in the Hunger Games themselves probably don't matter too much for the larger story of the Hunger Games, other than his survival.
Yeah. I think so there's a couple things that I would be looking for from this movie, right? So superficially, you want it to be like suspenseful, like, oh, like how are we gonna get here? Like, what's the path that's gonna go on? I think what you want to come away from it is you want to come away with you want to get something out of it that you didn't get from the other Hunger Games films, like some other perspective or, way of like looking at the games, or just a different, even if that's, I don't know what that is, but Haymitch's path has to be different enough from Katniss's, but compelling in its own way. And then you also want it to set up. I think when you finish this movie, the goal should be, oh no, I'm excited and I'm pumped to go watch the Hunger Games. Maybe
that's fair.
Maybe not even pumped, maybe not, but like, oh, now maybe now I can go back and watch the Hunger Games with a new perspective on Haymitch, or like, give you some connective tissue there, right?
I think as far as telling a different story, the things that came to mind when you were talking is, first of all, Haymitch is the first person in District 12 to win the Hunger Games. It is my understanding.
I think so, yeah.
Right?
I think that's
so.
Right.
He doesn't have a mentor in the same way that Katniss did, even though you could probably argue that Haymitch is not that good of a mentor, right? There's probably an argument to be made there.
Yeah.
I think he does his job, though. I think he does his job overall. The other thing is Katniss is very standoffish throughout all of her movies, I think.
She is. I don't think she... Sorry, I don't mean to interrupt you.
Go ahead. No, it's okay.
She makes watching Mockingjay, not part 1 and 2, not very enjoyable for me, because she's like so... like just not an active protagonist. She's like very reluctant, which is kind of part of her character, but it's like, what am I supposed to be rooting for? Kind of a thing. For a lot of what she does, but
right.
I don't mind in the first 2 movies because she's reluctant to go through the games, but she has to anyways, and it's like kind of part of the journey.
Yeah. I think I definitely remember the first film the best of those, so I can't really speak too much on the other ones. But yeah, I agree with what you're saying. And I think
she is standoffish.
I think like we see it in her first interaction with Haymitch, with her struggle to get sponsors, with her interaction with when she has the like tryout thing and she shoots the apple, right? Yeah. Like that's in theory not a smart move, not a personable move.
Yeah.
But from what little we see here, it seems
it's
that
badass.
It's sick. Yeah. It's really cool. Absolutely. And it ends up working in her favor. Absolutely. But from what we see here, Haymitch seems to be more personable, maybe more... He seems to have connections. Like they showed us a little bit of him in District 12.
Yeah.
The glance at the other characters says to me that he has a connection with them. And Katniss had her family and Peeta or Gale, I guess.
Yeah, he seems maybe more like he doesn't seem like a tough guy who's like, I'm gonna go win these games. He seems kind of like scared. I mean, she was scared too, but she was more like
she volunteered. Like she's willing.
Yeah.
Willing is a strong word, I guess, in the situation.
But she's very much like closed off. And maybe he seems like out of his depth, which she was out of her depth too, but like I don't know. I see what you're saying.
Yeah. Also, I'm just going to switch topics slightly. Is another way I think the story will vary is obviously it's a different world from the first Hunger Games movie, right? It's
25 years earlier.
Okay, I was going to say 20 years. Yeah. 24? Okay. But I think the most evident way that it's different to me is the person who is picking the names for the reaping seems to not have a care in the world versus, I can't think of her name. Effie. Even in the first movie is her dramatic self and is clearly someone who lives in the capital, doesn't understand the struggle that the District 12 specifically goes through, right? And is, excited for the games. But even when she's picking the names and Katniss volunteers in place of her sister, it's obvious that there's like some humanity in Effie, and then that only becomes more and more evident as the movies go on, I think. Versus this person, who we only see for maybe 10 seconds, seems to just be super excited picking names for people to go die.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so it seems that maybe it's just one character, but it seems as the world is even more cruel than the cruel world we're introduced to with the first Hunger Games movie. And maybe I'm making leaps here.
I guess I'll have to see.
Yeah, we'll see.
Yeah.
I
remember watching the first Hunger Games movie in theaters.
I don't.
I was 12, so it was a little bit
like
sketchy for me. Like, I was a little freaked out seeing kids like slaughter each other. Not gonna lie.
No, absolutely.
But I had read the book, and I remember like
at 12.
I feel like it was pretty violent for a PG-13 movie. Like, you don't see anything like directly happening, but you see like 18-year-olds like murdering 12-year-olds, like and like blood splattering like on the rocks and stuff or whatever or something. It's like,
a lot of the kids in this seemed younger than the kids looked in the other Hunger Games movie that I remember.
Well, in Catching Fire, it's all previous winners, so a lot of those are adults.
Got it.
So
okay, that explains that. But like in the first one, obviously Rue gets is that her name?
Yeah, Rue
gets like we pay attention to her, and I can't think of any other character that I looked at. I was like, wow, they are a child.
There was the one boy that I remember being killed by Kato. At the beginning.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. Okay, yeah. Versus this, I was like, wow, these it seemed like a lot of younger kids. But I also did notice a lot of people I recognize, which I didn't expect to see.
Oh yeah, so I was gonna bring up the casting too. So
I'm down to go through it.
Elle Fanning, who we just saw in Predator, she's young Effie in this.
Interesting. I saw her for a moment. I was wondering who she was going to be. Yeah. The characters. Okay, that's cool.
I feel like she'll do a good job at that.
Yeah,
right?
she. If I was to like pick my casting for a young Effie, if I had thought of her, Elle Fanning would go in there for sure, like a top 3.
Yeah.
I noticed McKenna Grace is in it.
Yeah, she is.
And I don't know the boy's name, but the boy who's in the most recent Karate Kid movie.
Okay, I haven't seen that. Legends? In Legends?
In Legends.
Okay.
Yeah, he's in this. I saw that.
Was the black kid or?
No. Wait, are you asking if that's what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
No, he was the Asian boy, who I think was like 8, maybe. I'm trying to generally remember.
I feel like they have to be like 11. I want to say.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah. I think it started at 10, which is weird because we know there's 12 districts, right?
Yeah, I think they're just showing. It's not like one for each.
5.
Oh, this guy? Oh, he's
yeah.
Oh,
yeah. Gotcha. I think that's him. I could be totally lying, but I'm 90% sure that's him.
Okay.
I also thought there was another character I recognized. Another actor I recognize, I suppose.
Well, you're probably thinking of Ray Fiennes as President Snow.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
He's President Snow?
Yeah.
Oh,
that's pretty awesome.
So cool.
Yeah.
You could probably see my face when I watch it.
Reaction. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, that's so interesting. I should have picked up on him being President Snow, but I didn't. The guy from...
Oh, Jesse Plemons as...
Is that his name? He's in Breaking Bad.
Yeah.
I saw him.
He's the young Plutarch Heavensby. Do you know him?
He's the
Philip
guy...
Seymour Hoffman.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, what?
Great casting, right?
These are fantastic.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Those are both awesome.
Yeah.
Wow. No complaints about either of those.
Yeah. I mean, just the casting makes me excited to see this.
Yeah,
because I know these guys are going to nail, all of them are going to nail their roles. So.
It is also interesting to see, like, I'm assuming these characters that are standing behind him right now are like the same people who we would have seen dressed in like the white, almost armor look in the first one. It's interesting to see like the change in uniform for probably everyone. Sure,
yeah, that is actually interesting. I didn't think about that.
Scenery obviously looks awesome. So it looks like Haymitch's younger sister, brother?
Yeah, yeah. It looks like he's got a younger sibling.
Yeah.
Looks like he's got a love interest in there as well.
Which, I don't want to make any assumptions, but if you go back towards the beginning, the boy, I think, over here, I took it as he's looking at this boy, but maybe not.
Yeah,
maybe not. Which, if he is, I would wonder if that is... has any relation to maybe his love interest, which could be a big jump in assumption on my part. I'm just trying to figure out what kind of story they can tell here that is engaging and interesting and different, right?
Yeah.
Like when Katniss goes into it, she's going into it to survive, to win, right?
Yeah.
It'd be interesting if he goes in with the intention of bringing someone else to victory, right?
Maybe.
And then maybe that's why he's so like kind of jaded.
That would be cool. That would be cool. I like that.
He had the intention of not winning, and he just happened to.
Making sure that this person survives. That'd be awesome. Yeah.
Yeah. Like maybe willing to like lay his life on the line, and he just never got the chance or something.
Yeah.
And I think that could be
interesting.
That could be cool for what we know Haymitch to be, right?
Yeah.
And maybe I'm wrong. That'd be great. That could be totally wrong. But
this is an interesting symbol, I think, where they got the snake attached to the bird, and he was like messing with that piece at some point.
Yeah,
right?
it looked like he used it to light a fire at one point, which I'm not sure how that works.
Like right around here. What's he doing here?
Yeah, there. Oh no, that wasn't it. They just showed it beforehand, so I assumed it was it.
Gotcha.
Yeah, it looks like he's just using like flint and steel or something.
Flint and steel.
Flint and steel.
Okay, gotcha.
No, I think I'm a little more excited for Project Hail Mary.
I thought you were gonna say okay.
Yeah, I was gonna say of the trailers we watched that I'm most excited for this, but I think it's probably Project Hail Mary, and it's close. It's close for sure.
Dang.
I think it's probably that space,
the
love of space in me that is pulling Project Hail Mary.
I mean, yeah, they both look good. I would also probably say Project Hail Mary. It seems a little bit more my type of genre, where it's got like the humor and the sci-fi, which is cool. But I mean, yeah, I like Hunger Games. I'm not the biggest fan of Mockingjay, but
I've seen probably all of them once, and then the first one a handful of times. Yeah. So I'm interested. 100%.
Yeah, no, it looks cool. The last thing I have to talk about is that Chadwick Boseman. He got a star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame this week.
Oh.
Yeah, they had a whole ceremony and stuff.
Interesting. I didn't know about that.
Yeah, and Ryan Coogler was there, Michael B. Jordan. Like all those guys were there.
I've never actually like watched anyone get their star before, but I know that like they're there and they make a speech normally and stuff like that, right?
Yeah.
Also, I am under the understanding that I have the understanding that you pay for your star.
I don't know the details. That might be the case though.
So I don't know. I don't know how this would work, I guess.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
It's also interesting. I don't know how long it's been since his passing, but I feel like it's been a while. So like at what point, I don't know what the process looks like to get a star, but I wonder at what point the decision was made that he was going to get a star, or how that process came about. But deserved. For sure. Yeah. 100%.
Yeah, I think that's pretty awesome. Like, as far as posthumous stars go, is that how you say it? Posthumous?
That's how I say it. I don't know if that's how you say it. That's how I say it. Posthumous, yeah.
Yeah. Okay, well, people let us know that.
For sure.
Anyway, so, I just thought that was interesting. And, kind of a very heartfelt moment. Yeah. A lot of people were there, I think, and I don't know the details of how that like process works. I guess there were some nice speeches there. But just a reminder, I guess, of a really good actor that we lost, unfortunately. Right. I don't know if you have any thoughts about about him getting the star or anything like that, or.
I mean, like I said, I think it's deserved. I think. Yeah. I don't really have too much to say on it, I suppose. It's awesome that he's getting, I guess, recognition even at this point in time, which I'm sure he'll get recognition for as long as people are consuming movies, right? Yeah. But this is like a star is something that some people just dream of, right? Yeah. And so even if it is after his passing, it's fantastic that he's getting one.
Yeah. Well, I think also for not to downplay anything that he's done, or that he was in, but I think that for us, especially like, important part about his legacy, or like, how he was and will be perceived, is that he was amazing in a lot of the projects that he was in, But I think that the general consensus, and I could be wrong, is that he had not done his best work yet. Is that like he was a real up and coming actor who could have like done some even more amazing projects. Like Black Panther, great. Yeah. Jackie Robinson, awesome.
Fantastic.
He played a couple other real life people too, I think. But
the other film that's coming to mind right now for me is the Gods of Egypt one, which is not a fantastic movie, but I think he plays his role amazingly.
He was a great person too. So, and I think that's probably what like, and I think that's why you get sad when people die, right? It's like it's not the fact that like this person experienced death, but it's like that they're lost to the future now. Like there's nothing else that they'll be doing, or like you won't be able to, whether you know him, you won't be able to spend more time with them, or whether it's just like you're enjoying their movies. Like there's a loss there people have an impact on people's lives. Yeah,
and
exactly.
When someone passes, it's a loss. Like there's a loss of impact, whether it's personal or there's a distance. Everyone changes other people's lives in some way.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And so it's obviously a sad thing, and I think it's fantastic that we're doing things to remember him.
Yeah, definitely, and because he's also like a great role model, especially for young Black actors. I think in today's day and age too, which is important. So
absolutely, 100%.
Yeah, I don't know. I just thought that was an interesting moment and something that, just a nice piece of news, I guess. For the past week. So
this is the first star I've heard of going up in a long time. I think it's cool that this is the first one I hear about. I don't know how often that happens though. Maybe it's
I don't know either, but it does happen a few times. I remember when I worked for the news company that they would occasionally want footage of like new stars being put out there. But
I think it's also, there's always some part of my mind that like thinks when other actors or people who know people who have died show up at things, I'm like, part of my brain is like, how much are they doing this just so that they can get a news line? But I think with someone like Chadwick Boseman, and like obviously he had an impact on Michael B. Jordan, Ryan Coogler, Viola Davis, and I can't remember the actress for Shuri.
Letitia Wright.
Sure. Yeah. And so like it doesn't feel disingenuous for these people to be here for that, if that makes sense. You know what I mean? It feels like these are people who he had real, genuine connections with. And it just, I guess, makes you feel a little bit more when they are present for things like this. Yeah. Maybe responsible for things like this. I don't know how that works.
Yeah.
Again.
Yeah.
I think it's cool. I think it's just cool.
Yeah. Anyways, that's probably all I have to talk about today. Is there anything else you wanted to talk about? Or?
Not really. I can't even think of anything else happening in Hollywood before we started this.
No, that's fair. There's definitely more general stuff we could talk about in the future, but
yeah.
Dang. Well, I guess it's been
real. Yeah.
All right, sounds good. I guess we'll do this again
next time.
sometime. Yeah.
Next time we got things to talk about.
All right, bye.
Thanks for watching.